Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Tundra Dude 34 YouTube channel. Today, I think I found something of interest for you, so I had to make this video. We are talking about an IForce Max Tundra. Now, not just any IForce Max. A lot of you out there are still having trouble finding one. When you do find them, you're finding capstones for around $80,000, maybe 1794s or platinums for in the mid-70s, or something like this, a TRD Pro for around 70. Now that's all MSRP, but in some of these dealer walks that I do with you, I always talk about how the Limited is a great middle of the road for the Tundra, whether you want two-wheel drive, four-wheel drive, IForce, IForce Max, double cab, Crew Max, 5.5 foot bed or 6.5 foot bed on that Crew Max. The Limited gives you a lot of options. But what if I told you I found what I think is one of the cheapest IForce Max Tundras you can? It lacks some things in the truck, features, that may jack up that price pretty crazy. You got to check this truck out. 5.5 foot bed Limited in Army Green with the IForce Max. Alrighty, so I found this truck on the Handy Toyota website, and if you've been around the channel for a while, you know I always end up on this website because they have an amazing inventory of Tundras, old and new, so go check them out, handytoyota.com. They are up in Vermont, and they did not disappoint. I'm glad I always look at their inventory list, because here we have a Limited Tundra IForce Max that doesn't have a ton of features on it, but it still has that IForce Max engine, which everybody loves and everybody wants. This is a 4x4. There's no TRD off-road on this. There's no JBL sound system on this. The things that start to build up and get that price going into, you know, the upper 60s, maybe low 70s. This one here, 61,449. Let's take a look at the truck itself. As you could see, gorgeous truck, Limited. So you're still going to get the amenities, the premium LED headlights, the power folding mirrors. This has a 20-inch wheel on it with a nice roadworthy tire, we'll call it. Once again, no TRD off-road package on this one. Of course, it is available, but this one does not have it. And it has that beautiful army green color with some of that chrome trim. Things you could change over time if you don't like it, but to save the money up front. And here's a look at the rear. You're going to get the chrome plates on the back bumper and the machine silver surround around the grille. You're going to get that chrome handle. This truck here actually has a spray-on liner on top of the bed, on top of the composite bed, I should say. That window goes all the way down in the back, so you're not lacking insane amounts of features here. Here's a good shot of the front. As you can see, you get the color keyed mirrors. You get that IForce Max on the hood. The Toyota logo in front, of course, is blue outlined, meaning it is a hybrid, but definitely a nice looking truck. Here's a look at the grille. If you're not a fan of this grille, because we talk about this all the time, some people love it, some people don't like it, you could change this grille out to anything you want. You could get the TRD off-road grille, which is different for the new generation Tundra. The grille changes when you get the TRD off-road or TRD sport package. You could get the Pro grille. Check out sites like sparksparts.com. Promo code TundraDude34. It saves you 5%. Here's an up close on those premium LED headlights there. They're auto leveling, so if you have a car in front of you or you have a car coming at you, the headlights will maneuver so it does not blind the driver coming at you, which is pretty cool. The old generation Tundra had the actual dial inside the car so you could do the leveling yourself. Well, now it takes care of it without you having to do anything. And here are a look at the wheels. You get a little silver on there, a little black. This has a Yokohama tire on it. Not a bad looking wheel at all. The IForce Max emblem on the hood, as you could see here. I really like the look of this emblem. I like that it's not splashed along the side anywhere crazy. It's just right up on the hood, nothing too insane, nothing loud, and that's always a good thing with these trucks. Less is more. Now here's what would be the composite bed liner, but this actually is spray-on. You know, you get the outlet back here, you get the LED lights for the bed now. Just, you know, it's a basic bed, nothing too crazy. We don't have a tailgate that, you know, folds 63 ways. One thing these Tundras do lack is the bed step, but you can add that after the fact if you wanted to. I hope in the future Tundra puts a bed step in the bumper, but for now, this is what we're dealing with. When you look on the inside, you're going to get things like soft text leather, the big 14-inch screen. This is going to give you the digital gauge cluster because that comes automatically with all of the IForce Max there. And here's a shot of that big old screen there. And, you know, I drive a TRD Pro every single day, and I can tell you that screen is not distracting at all. Any owner will tell you it really is not insanely noticeable. I know it's a gigantic screen. You would think it would be glare and bright. No, nothing like that. Barely notice it's there after a while. And the digital gauge cluster is awesome. There's a lot of options you could do on the digital gauge cluster to get it exactly the way you want. Being this is a limited, you're going to see everything is black. There's a couple, you know, little silver accents here and there, you know, around the vents. Nothing too crazy. Everything flows together really nicely. A closer look at the steering wheel with all the options and the digital gauge cluster there. You know, as you can see, a really nice, clean setup, and that's what it's all about. Now, this truck comes with that pano moonroof. This is the first time I've ever seen a limited come with the pano moonroof and not have things like the JBL sound system. So that's pretty crazy. This is uniquely built to keep the price down, which we like. Now, when we talk about back seats in this new generation Tundra, this Tundra, again, iForce Max, so you're not going to have that under-seat storage. If you don't have the iForce Max engine option, you do get under-seat storage, but that's where they keep the batteries with the iForce Max. The good news is you can fold the seats up, you know, and still put some stuff on top of the battery compartment, maybe put a mat down before you do that. Or if you wanted to, you could fold the seats down and you get a little storage behind the seats as well. And here's a look at the thing everybody seems to want, the iForce Max engine. What a beautiful engine with a lot of power, a lot of torque, and it's the future of the Toyota Tundra. So let's talk about price. Let's break down this window sticker a little bit and see what you actually do get in this truck. When it comes to standard equipment, you know, you're going to get that iForce Max, and that's going to give you 437 horsepower, 583 pound-feet of torque, a very powerful engine. I can tell you, I drive it every day, absolutely love it. It will really impress you. It has a 10-speed automatic transmission. This has drive mode select. Remember, this does not have TRD off-road package, so you're not going to get the multi-terrain select, the crawl control. You're not going to get the locking rear diff. Keep that in mind if that matters to you. But, you know, you're going to get the Toyota Safety Sense, the new age Toyota Safety Sense for the Toyota Tundra. You know, this has all the blind spot monitoring, lane departure alert, rear cross traffic alert. This has it all when it comes to the safety stuff. It has everything. This has 20-inch alloy wheels that we saw, aluminum reinforced composite bed, tailgate release, bump switch, and this has the LED headlights with DRLs and manual leveling adjustment. When you get inside the truck, once again, we don't have the JBL sound system, but we do have a 9-speaker system, the 14-inch screen, wireless Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, depending on what you have. This has the 12.3-inch digital gauge cluster, dual zone automatic climate control. You get the smart key system with push button start, all the good stuff that you usually find in a limited. Of course, it has the heated and ventilated front seats and the power vertical rear window, which is a must-have. When it comes to things that are added onto this truck, you're going to get the limited power package. All right, and that's the QI compatible wireless smartphone charging, the bed and cabin power supply, and the LED bed lights. That's for $385. You're going to get the power tilt slide panoramic roof with power sunshade, $1,350. Heated leather steering wheel for $150. Spray on bed liner, $600. Spare tire lock, $75, and wheel locks at $80. The price of this truck after delivery, processing, and handling, $61,449 for this limited iForce Max. So you're gonna have to let me know in the comments below, what do you think about that price? Like I said, I look at these trucks every day online, all over the place. Usually when you get that iForce Max, the trucks are completely loaded up. They either have iForce with the TRD off-road package, or if they don't have that off-road package, they have the auto leveling rear suspension. This doesn't even have that. This is pretty bare bones, but it still gives you the iForce engine. So a lot of people are looking to get into that iForce Max without having to buy all the extra features that jack the price way up. So this is definitely the cheapest one I've seen. Are there cheaper ones out there? Maybe. I'm sure there's something like this throughout the country. You know, this can't be the only one, but this is the best one I found. Once again, handytoyota.com if you're interested in this truck. They also have a white one, iForce Max Limited, that is very similar in price and very similar in what's in the truck. So if you're interested, you may want to check it out, but I'm always trying to help, because one thing I get all the time is folks looking for an iForce Max, but they don't want to spend the money of a Capstone Platinum 1794 or even a TRD Pro. Everybody loves the Limited, and this may be the way to go, being it does lack a few features to keep that cost down quite a bit. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Are you interested in an iForce Max with this level of features, or do you want more features? Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, at TundraDude34, TundraDude34 at gmail.com. You guys have a great day, be safe, and be well.